Hello, this is Dr. Alex Avila with Invincible You, and we're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker, and every week we talk about how to live with passion, purpose, and power, how to elevate yourself in your finances, career, spirituality, health, and mental prosperity. And we've been talking about the powerful concept called reversal, how to do the opposite of what you've been doing to get the opposite of what you've been getting. So today we're going to talk about several important techniques, how to reverse things so that you can overcome obstacles and achieve your dreams. First one is what we call reversal on the money game. Many people have fear of money. Either they don't have enough or they feel they will lose what they have. So one thing that you need to think about is how to reverse that fear. Maybe you fear making a bad financial decision when investing, so you procrastinate and you don't make the investments you want to make. To reverse your fear, take a small amount of money, something you can afford to lose, and say to yourself, I'm going to learn how to invest with this money. It is my tuition. If I lose it, that's fine. That means I'm paying for my financial education. When you see the money as an investment in your financial education, you will not be so fearful about losing it. You will have an entirely different attitude that will liberate you to learn more about finances, make the right investment decisions. The key to bypassing frustrations and disappointments is to do the opposite of what you normally do. Instead of suffering from fears, frustrations, and so-called weaknesses, embrace them, even exaggerate them. You can do this when you show yourself that you are in command of your weakness instead of allowing your weakness to be in command of you. An excellent way to get rid of your fear of not having enough money or losing money, and also fear of anything else that you may have in life, is to cultivate reverse giving. Reverse giving means giving away what you most want to receive. It is a powerful technique for dissolving your feelings of deprivation, envy, and frustration, and fear, the erroneous belief that the universe is not giving you enough of the goodies in life. Reverse giving works like this. If you want more wealth, give money and support to those who need it. If you want more love in your life, be more loving. The power of reverse giving is that it works by merging the giving and receiving mentality until it is simply one unit, one comprehensive self-contained experience. When you do this, you become both the giver and the receiver at the same time. You give time, energy, and money to others, and you receive the feeling of compassionate helping and gratitude that you can be of service. The interesting thing is that the giving and the receiving parts of the interaction happen at the same time. As you give the gift of listening to a suffering friend, you also receive the joyful feeling of gratitude that you can help your friend. It is a simultaneous and instant two-way expression of love. Giving help to your friend and being grateful for being able to help that can elevate you to a state of joy and contentment. Now, when you first start doing it, reverse giving may seem odd to you. Many of us are so accustomed to putting our own needs first that focusing on the needs of others, especially those who aren't in your inner circle, may seem alien to your nature. But the truth is that reverse giving is the most quote-unquote selfish thing you can do, because you will not only help others, but you will also reap many personal benefits, such as goodwill, material benefits, and the satisfaction of knowing that you are making a positive contribution to the world. Whether it's love, money, or knowledge, giving away what you most want to receive can work wonders in your daily life. Even time can work in the same way. If you invest time in others, you will have more time. If you try to hoard it, on the other hand, you will have less of it. Let's take a look at some exercises for reverse giving that you guys can try this week at home. Have a generosity week. During the next 7 days, focus on giving fully of yourself to others. Not just money, but time, energy, advice, love, attention, and that rare special gift, listening with a full heart. Paying full attention to what someone says without judgment. Many times we don't listen fully to others. We're too busy thinking about what we're going to say to them. To listen fully and empathetically is a great gift that costs you little, but can enhance the lives of the people you listen to. They will feel appreciated and understood just because you listened without judgment. When you practice giving outwardly to your loved ones, and even strangers, visualize your positive energy going out to shine on others. Think of it as a color, for example, green or yellow. Visualize it expanding outward as it shines a ray of loving light energy to the people you are directing your generosity toward. With this new approach, you will notice that your previous feelings of frustration, anger, regret, and deprivation will vanish. In their place, you will experience feelings of newfound joy, peace, and satisfaction. Another powerful exercise, and this is one of my favorites, and I actually practice this, is called Have a Reverse Birthday. On your birthday, you expect to receive gifts from family and friends. In this reversal, you will do something different on your birthday. Instead of just receiving gifts, you will give gifts to your friends and loved ones. Depending on your budget, you can buy them drinks or food, give them small gifts, or do low-key things like giving them a massage, making them a homemade card or meal, or helping them with a practical matter or project, maybe organizing their home. When you have a reverse birthday like this, you receive the greatest gift of all, the feeling of gratitude for all of the love and friendship you have received from those closest to you. Reverse giving is a special exercise. Although it may sound a little bit different or even weird at first, it offers great power to change your way of thinking. Reverse giving works by banishing your self-centered need to achieve. It expands your mind by focusing on giving love and goodwill while receiving feelings of gratitude and love as a result of your giving. When you want to receive something from others, whether it's material benefits, attention, or love, you may be afraid that you won't get what you want in exactly the way you want it. As a result, you may live in anxiety and worry. On the other hand, when you give with true generosity, there is no fear. You win regardless of whether someone accepts your gift or not. Your job is simply to give, and that is all. As you extend your loving energy outward, you replenish your inner nature and store of power and love. It is a true law of nature. What goes out must also come in. When you give love, you will receive the same in return. Another reversal is very powerful, is to get your time back. If you think about it, you will recognize that many people in our modern society are time misers. We rush around trying to do more in less time, always complaining about our lack of time and how busy we are. Here's a secret to reversing the game on time. To get more time in your life, give more of your time to others. Linger with a friend over a cup of coffee as you listen to their stories. Help out at a homeless shelter or help hotline. Spend more time with family or friends in nature outings, or just hang out around the house playing games and laughing. It's an interesting paradox. Your time grows when you give it away by doing the things you love with the people you care about. When you do this, you will enjoy life more and you will be more relaxed and unhurried. You will be like a young child who feels they have plenty of time. Time goes by so slowly. With this mindset, you can start to recapture that expansive and relaxed feeling of having abundant time. Sitting outside in a sun-bathed day, having nothing particularly important to do except enjoying the moment. The concept of giving what you want most, whether it's time, money, or energy, may sound intuitively appealing, but it is difficult for some people to practice. Many people are focused on receiving money, love, approval, and material success. If they don't get exactly what they want, they get frustrated and irritable. They are often gloomy, asking why the world gives to everyone else but not to them. Then there are those people who are focused on giving, but do so because they want something in return, praise for their charitable works, or to make a good impression on other people. They proclaim loudly, "Look at how much of a giver I am. Look at me." They are under the mistaken impression that they are somehow better or nobler if they give to public causes. But in reality, they only give to improve their image or to receive accolades from others. Finally, there are those people who are reverse givers. They give for the sake of giving. It is natural for them. They give for the bounty of their heart because a giver is who they are. As a result, they feel lighter, happier, and more loving. Their internal nature, love, has manifested itself outwardly in the form of external gifts to others, whether it's the gift of friendship, listening, financial support, or practical help. Although they're not focused on getting something back from their giving, the truth is that they often receive an abundance from other people and the world because their good energy is usually returned in equal measure. So we talked about time, we talked about money. Another important reversal is to be grateful for the bad as well as the good. Although few people want pain or bad things in their life, once they do come into your life, you can change the way you feel about them. You can start to see the good lesson in the pain, the new strength you can generate from the suffering. It's like what happens when someone close to us dies. At first, we feel the pain of the loss. We grieve, we cry, we feel anguish and despair. But then we start to realize that there is a lesson to be learned from the death. When my dad died several years ago, I felt a lot of grief and anguish. But I remember the wonderful times we had, the memories and the powerful emotional lessons I learned from being with him. And in the same way, aside from celebrating the life of your loved one, seeing how their good qualities live on, you can also take valuable lessons from their departure. Perhaps you will get into better physical and mental shape because you realize that life is short and fragile. Or you will pay more attention to pursuing your dreams instead of waiting for later. If you die, later will never come. And you won't take life for granted as much. You will realize how valuable time is. You will spend your time doing the most important things in life. You will help others and spend quality time with the people you love, telling them that you love them. Once you truly realize that life is finite, you too are going to die, your entire perspective on life changes. You become more focused on living in the moment and relishing every experience of life. Whether you're skydiving for the first time, traveling to an exotic country, telling someone that you love them, creating a beautiful work of art, teaching your children good values, or helping the poor on behalf of a nonprofit organization, you are fully and unabashedly alive. With this new awareness of the beauty of life, you do everything with more joy and gratefulness. You fully cherish each moment you have with the people you care about. So Reggie, I'm going to say that I love you because you've been a great person here. Reggie, my producer, tell us something you want to say to others. Now that, let's say you only have a week to live, what would you want to say?
I'm thankful and grateful for everyone who supported me and showed me the care.
Okay, and who are those people?
They're my family, they're my friends from work, they're colleagues.
How about Dr. Avila? You didn't mention. You forgot me. Well, I'm assuming I'm included in those.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, of course.
Okay. But it's not easy to say that because sometimes we feel a little embarrassed to say I love you or I care about you. But it is important to say that because, again, we don't know how long we have. And the key is to embrace all these things that occur in life, even death, because it can give us life lessons. Another important reversal is to be invincible. First, rid yourself of what is not invincible. The final reversal is this. To be powerful, get rid of things that keep you down, self-defeating thoughts, ways of feeling that hamper you and don't help you live your fullest. One of the things you need to think about is that these self-defeating thoughts have been in your mind for a long time. They are mental squatters who have grown comfortable trespassing in the sanctity of your emotional palace. To evict them from your mind, you need to apply the reversals we're talking about. In time, you will grow more comfortable without these negative thoughts, as you realize that we're only mental parasites living off of the goodness of your true invincible mind. Here are some common self-defeating mindsets that you can eliminate to help you reach your invincible mind. The need for perfection. Being invincible doesn't mean that you're perfect, that you don't have any flaws. It means that you strive to be the best you can be despite your flaws, weaknesses, or mistakes. When you have a perfectionistic mindset, you do a disservice to yourself because you put yourself in a position of weakness. You become so fixated on not making a mistake that you become distracted and inflexible, thereby leaving yourself vulnerable to making the mistake you dreaded. Start by deciding that you will do things at least 90% perfect. Not 100%, not 110%, but 90%. You may even start with a lower figure, maybe 80%. You will do something well enough, for now, 80 to 90% perfect, while realizing that your goal is to complete the task and move on to the next one. With this new psychological approach, you forgive yourself if you are less than perfect, and you realize that a lower number gives you room for improvement each time. Paradoxically, when you lower your need for perfection while still maintaining good standards, you will find that you can perform even better because you have removed the tension and pressure of trying to be perfect. Rid yourself of the need to be perfect, and you will have a new sense of invincibility that rises above both perfection and error. Another reversal is to get rid of the belief that you are your own thoughts. You are not your thoughts. What this means is that a negative thought can come through your mind, but you don't need to be that negative thought. You can simply see it as a momentary flash that passes through your mind, but that has nothing to do with the essential you, the higher, invincible you. Your true identity as a strong and loving human being can be separate from any negative thoughts that momentarily course through your mind. Consequently, you don't have to suffer from attacking thoughts that compel you to act in a self-defeating manner. You can be mentally free at any moment in your life when you realize that the negative thoughts that temporarily enter your mind have nothing to do with the real you. Unfortunately, a tremendous amount of pain and suffering have been created in the world when people have identified with negative and destructive thoughts, mistakenly believing that those malevolent thoughts were an integral part of their personalities. Throughout history, there have been times when entire nations have identified with thoughts of hate and discrimination toward others who are different, resulting in horrible actions that resulted in torture, murder, and genocide. Things would be much different on Earth and in our individual lives if you would realize that we are something higher, cleaner, and purer than our negative thoughts. The truth is that you are a free person who doesn't need to be compelled to suffer from fear, sadness, regret, or futility. Label these negative entities as self-defeating thoughts. Let them pass through your mind without paying any attention to them. Realize that they are just momentary intruders who have nothing to do with the real invincible you. Get them out of your mind once and for all. Another get rid of reversal is to get rid of the belief that you are what you think you must obtain. This is another fallacy. You are not the sum of the things that you want. If your mind tells you that you must have money, power, security, sex, approval, or romantic love to be happy, it doesn't mean that you are something if you get these things, and it doesn't mean that you are nothing if you don't. Of course, you may want things, people, or circumstances to turn out in your favor, but your identity and essential nature don't need to be harmed if you're not able to obtain exactly what you're looking for. Just as your thoughts don't need to define you, what you want in life doesn't need to define you. If you let outward things assert their control over you, then you will suffer if you don't get what you want in exactly the way you want it, or if you later lose it once you obtain it. A better way to live is to decide that you may want something to happen in your life, but you will be perfectly fine if you don't get it in exactly the way you wanted it. You realize that you are still a valuable human being, even if you don't gain the exact amount of money that you were looking for, if you don't win the heart of the particular lover, if you don't have the social approval of everyone you want it from. Although these things may bring you pleasure and satisfaction, you recognize that your essential, invincible nature, your true soul essence, resides at a loftier place that is above temporary advantages or benefits. You may not realize it at the time, but reality, God, nature, will bring you exactly what you need when you need it. At first, you may be disappointed that you didn't receive the raise you were expecting, that your relationship didn't work out the way you wanted it to, that the business didn't make the money you thought it would. Yet when your invincible mind is guiding you, you also recognize that there is something much greater in store for you, better relationships and career opportunities, greater business ventures and personal successes. All you have to do is place yourself on the side of your own invincibility and you will be successful. So Invincible You students, this week, I want you to go out and do some reversals. Do things that you haven't done before. Do the opposite of what you've been doing. Be grateful for the good as well as the bad. Give in a reverse way to other people. Give what you need most. If you want love, money, attention, give that to other people and see what happens as it flows back to you. Also, get rid of the negative thoughts and ideas that you have that hold you back, that keep you from being invincible. The belief that you are your thoughts, the belief that you are what you must obtain, and the need for perfection. If you start doing this, you will start to see amazing results. You will start to liberate yourself from roadblocks, stumbling blocks, and regrets. You will move forward to hope, peace, and satisfaction. So Invincible You students, we've been starting this new podcast, an offshoot of our sister podcast, Love University, and we're getting great results. A lot of people want to know more about how to have inner power and be able to achieve your highest dreams in life in many ways. So if you want to hear more about the show, you can write to us at invincibleyoupodcast@gmail.com. Call us at 310-226-8090. You can like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Invincible You Official. You can follow us on Twitter at InvincibleU_. You can subscribe to us on Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Invincible You Podcast. So until next time, Invincible You students, go out and live your life and your day with passion, purpose, and power. This is Dr. Alex Avila.